everyone, it's me, Gweakles, and I've tried to record this intro several times, but I guess I'm a lot more tired than I look, or just as tired as I look. I apologize for taking a while to really get some consistency with my videos. A full-time job is really draining, and it feels like it's sucking the soul out of me, but that's okay. Anyways, we're gonna do a sketchbook share. This is, a lot of my pieces in here are kind of just me improving, and I really feel like that's what a sketchbook should be, even though at the same time I'm being really critical and I overanalyze my stuff. Please don't take that in a negative way. That is more or less just my way of critiquing myself so I can improve, and I'm always trying to look for newer, better options or alternative ways that I can approach things. But I hope you enjoy this, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration. So let's take a look inside. This sketchbook that I will be sharing with you today is a Canson XL watercolor sketchbook. It is 7 by 10 inches on the inside and 140 pounds. It's very similar to the mixed media sketchbook, only that it is a stronger weight and meant more for painting. You can't get this in the store right now, as far as I know, or you can only get this in the store right now, but online they've yet to release it. If they release it by the time that I finish editing this video, I'll put a link in the description down below. The first page is a couple of doodles and sketches that I was working on while trying to concept my button that I was making for Tampa Bay Comic-Con. As you can see, it's Skelly Dude, and I'm basically just trying to find a bunch of different ways and styles that I really like displaying him as, and what I thought would be most appropriate for a button. I wanted to go much more detailed, but a button or pin, which is what I originally wanted him to be, would have been much more difficult. So I ended up sticking to something much more simple, like this. On this side, you can see I have a couple of doodles, but this is ultimately what I ended up using for my pin sticker. You can see it as my channel art for my little icon. This is my vampire bat babe, who I draw frequently sometimes, but her name is Cat the Bat. This isn't her design that I stick with most of the time. This was just something I was thinking about doing, making a pin for her. Turning it back over this way, you can see I have my tester sheet for this piece over here, and just general actual sketches for what I ended up making over here, which is my Draw This Again of Gamer Girl Peach, which I have a video of. If you can check my gallery of videos, I do a Draw This Again video and I drew her, and I love how she came out. This is a Tumblr color meme sketch. Somebody gives you a suggestion and they pair it with the color palette, and someone gave me Raven, which is really cool. I love Raven and I love her design. She was one of my favorites on Teen Titans. Unfortunately, the color palette that they gave me was very not complimentary to Raven and her normal color palette, so it was a bit of a challenge to draw her, but that's the point of it, and it was to kind of get me out of a sketch funk. So every once in a while I'll refer to that and suggestions people make when I don't know what to sketch. This is a doodle that I was doing when Pokemon Go started coming out more recently. It was getting popular. I just constantly wanted to draw Pokemon, as you'll see later on in my sketchbook. And I also tried out a different way of coloring, where I just laid down a wash of watercolors and then I added in my shading and details with colored pencil. And I've been experimenting with that a lot lately, and I might use it for a couple more things because I'm actually really enjoying it. This is a sketch I did of Melanie Martinez. I really didn't know what to draw one night, but I wanted to draw, and I love her, and I will do like a piece with her probably because she's awesome. Not really wanted to finish this to completion, but I may go back to it and edit it later. Here you can see my little warm-ups for sketch chat, as well as testing out some watercolor pencils. And here are more Pokemon doodles. I hadn't used the pencil pocket brush pen in a while, and I kind of wanted to, get myself loose with it again. As you you can tell that I was kind of out of it and trying to get used to it. Flareon's one of my favorites, Slowpoke. They're okay, but obviously just doodles and sketches for the sketchbook's sake. This is Pikachu and Raichu. As you saw, I have a speed paint of this piece in my gallery if you would like to see it. I had a lot of fun with them, and I really like the fact that I chose the one color to outline them, as it unifies the piece a lot more better. This is a sketch of a centaur girl based on the girls and the lads in Fantasia. I really like that scene where they're all there and they're bathing in the waterfall and they have their cute little flowers. But I took that Fantasia design and did something of my own because I really like centaurs, and I wanted to practice, and she actually came out kind of nice. And it was a fun, you know, experimentation. I used some brush pens, but they were colored brush pens. Not normal colors to use, so I kind of took advantage of the fantasy element because I had these colors for a while, but unfortunately with brush pens and the color that they provide, they aren't usually natural tones. This is Cat the Bat again, closer to her design. I should really do more Cat the Bat pieces, but like complete pieces of her, maybe with like a reference. But I did this quick little doodle sketch for the Cheap Art Supplies challenge with Crayola watercolor paints, and you can see that in my gallery as well. This is a little doodle I did. I was going to do one of those things where artists go to a convention and they put a picture of themselves and like their booth number, and it just got away from me. Like I had everything else prepared for a con and I was way ahead of the game, but just I wanted to make a cute little announcement and I just never got around to it. But I only got around to drawing myself and inking it and then getting farther. Here I have a couple of like little baby unfinished thumbnails for Constantine because I really want to draw a really nice cool Hellblazer piece and it's just not coming to me. I gave the Bombshells you know, line a read, and I really liked it. It was okay, it was cool. I really liked a lot of the art in it. My favorite thing about DC Bombshells was Zatanna and Bunny Constantine, of course, but they were really cute. I know I drew her and her more vintage design than what she's wearing in Bombshells, but unpopular opinion, I didn't really like her costume. Well, I did not like her costume. I think I didn't like her hair, but unimportant. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm not 110% pleased with the final product, but my friend bought this, so I have to be nice. And I was like, are you sure you want this? Are you sure? Can I make you something nicer? But it's still cute, and I'll probably draw more of them, if not at least Bunny Constantine. These are laundromat doodles. I have no washer and dryer in my apartment, so I have to go to the laundromat and I'm sitting there and I figure while I'm there I may as well doodle. Again, I'm just trying to draw heads, and this is a bat. Just trying to loosen up really. I don't think they're very good. I need to practice drawing people more and getting more comfortable with a fluent style. These are just scratch marks, testing colored pencils. And here's a little Hellblazer sketch. I really wanted to draw something Hellblazer and I wanted it to be epic because I love it and it's really important to me, but because I love it so much I overthought it and now I don't know what to do with myself, so I put myself in a bubble. But I just ended up just drawing John. Stereotypical. He has a cigarette and he has a lighter and there's fire. But I took it upon myself. I'm like, well, I'll color this just to do more color testing with the colored pencils. I didn't put any on the fire, but I used, instead of using a couple of colors like I did on Vaporeon, I just used one or two, and I felt that it unified him a little bit better. And I still really like where I'm getting with adding the colored pencils on top and just doing one thick bold wash of watercolor and then more colored pencils on top. But yeah, it helped me grow in some way, so that was fun. This is my sketch of 11 from Stranger Things from my sketch chat. That's in my sketch chat playlist. I'm not 110% happy with where she came out. Everyone drew a bunch of really cool 11s, and I was trying to do something different than her typical where she's just standing there and bleeding, but she's really sad with her egos. She's adorable, but maybe I'll draw something better of her in the future, but I just wanted to get that out of my system. I drew this because Gene Wilder passed away, unfortunately, and I wanted to make it really cool and illustrative. and I started to, and I really like the washes that I got in here on his face. It was a cool, really cool learner piece. Like, I like the textures that I got here and here. So it was fun to learn and pay a little homage to him as well. Even if my favorite part that he's in is from Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles, but still very cool, still very sad that he passed away. And the final piece that I have so far in my sketchbook is the werewolf doodle that I made for my color pencil, watercolor pencil review for Evergreen Art Supply. I actually don't mind how this came out in the end. It's actually pretty cool, and I had a lot of fun. So far I've really been able to use this sketchbook for like testing and learning, and while like I'm not happy that I haven't made anything horrendously fantastic in it, it is awesome because most of this has been used to learn and grow, and in my opinion that's the point of a sketchbook. But I'm about halfway through the sketchbook, and I didn't want to show you all of it when it's full because it takes too long, but that's what I have so far, and I will do another share when I complete this. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope you like this video. Leave a comment down below, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. I can do this. I've been working really hard to... Phoebe, why don't you share the sketchbook? I have noisy neighbors. Share the sketchbook with me!